In a world where sporting fame is often fleeting, there are names whose significance endures for decades. Timo Boll is one of them. His career stands as a rare example of longevity, consistency, and the ability to challenge the long-standing dominance of the Chinese school of table tennis. Timo Boll was born in 1981 in the small German town of Urbach in the state of Hesse. He was introduced to table tennis at an early age, at just 4 years old. His first coach was his father, Erhard Boll, and it was his family that played a decisive role in his development. The sports hall became a familiar environment, and training was part of everyday life from early childhood. Even in his early years, it was clear that this was more than just a gifted child. Boll quickly stood out for his coordination, feel for the ball, and a level of discipline uncommon for his age. In the early 1990s, he began winning national youth tournaments on a regular basis, and in 1993, at the age of 12, he became the German junior champion. International recognition came in the middle of the decade. In the summer of 1995, at the European Youth Championships in The Hague, Boll won gold in the cadet team event, then claimed the title in the doubles, and completed the tournament with victory in the singles final. It was at that moment that the European table tennis community first began to speak of him as a future leader of the continent. During his junior years, the defining feature of his game was a powerful forehand. At a time when European players were still able to compete at the highest level globally, Boll stood out for the exceptional amount of spin he generated and for his aggressive first attack. His style was spectacular, yet even then, it was marked by control and tactical awareness. The transition to the senior level was swift. By the early 2000s, Timo Boll had firmly established himself among the elite of European table tennis. The true breakthrough came in 2002. He first won the Europe Top 12 tournament in Rotterdam, becoming the first German player in history to claim the title on his debut. A few months later, he captured the European Championship singles title, confirming his status as the continent's leading player. The climax of the year came with victory at the World Cup. In Jinan, China, Boll defeated the reigning Olympic champion Kong Linghui, and then convincingly overcame Wang Liqin, the world champion and one of the central figures of the Chinese national team. The triumph was symbolic. Once again, a European player had challenged Chinese dominance on their home ground. In 2003, Timo Boll reached the #1 position in the world ranking for the first time, becoming the first non-Chinese player to do so since the mid-1990s. By that stage, his game had already evolved. The aggressive forehand remained a crucial weapon, but an increasingly versatile, stable, and varied backhand began to play a central role. The ability to adapt would become one of the defining traits of his career. In the years that followed, Boll repeatedly confirmed his status as Europe's strongest player. He won the European singles title 8 times, with his most recent victory coming in 2021 at the age of 40.
And there it is.
In addition, he claimed numerous team and doubles titles, remaining a central figure of the German national team for more than 2 decades. The Olympic Games occupy a special place in his career. Timo Boll reached the Olympic podium 4 times in the team event, winning silver in Beijing in 2008 and bronze medals in London and Rio. In 2020, he competed at the Tokyo Olympics at the age of 40, remaining competitive at the very highest level. Despite chronic problems with his back and knees, Boll repeatedly returned to the world elite. He reclaimed the #1 position in the world ranking in 2011 and again in 2018, demonstrating a rare ability to maintain peak performance amid constant changes in generations and playing styles. A special mention must be made of his reputation. Timo Boll is often called the gentleman of table tennis. His conduct at the table has always been marked by respect for his opponents, calmness, and sportsmanship, regardless of the score or the status of his rival. Timo Boll concluded his international career in 2024, making the Paris Olympic Games his final tournament with the German national team. After Germany's elimination from the Olympic team event, his long journey on the international stage came to an end. In 2025, he completed his final season in the Bundesliga with Borussia Düsseldorf and officially retired from competitive play later that summer. Transitioning in November 2025 into the role of ambassador and expert, Boll remained part of elite sport beyond the table. As a figure who defined an era and permanently secured his status as a global legend of table tennis. If you want to learn more about the legends of table tennis, subscribe to the channel. Ahead are the stories of the players who shaped the history of this sport.